Hey guys, here's a tutorial on how to make the X block for our homespun quilt. So that's something of what it's going to look like at the end. And to start out, you're going to get 4 of the patterned pieces. Let me just double check what size we're using here. It's 3 3/4 inches. Okay, so you're going to need 4 of the same colored patterned pieces to make one X block. So with each of those 4, you're going to lay them right sides up and then put your 2-inch squares down. You can see I've drawn a line on the wrong side of these squares. And I'm going to lay them down kitty corner from each other like that, and you're going to sew right along the line. So after you've done that, it'll look like this. So here I've sewn right on that line, not next to it, but on it. And now I'm going to trim off a 1/4 inch above the line. So I put a 1/4 inch lined up right there. Oops. And so pretty much what I did was just create that seam allowance. So I'm going to do that to all of my pieces. Okay. So here's my 4 for this X. Now we're going to press the seam allowances to get ready for nesting, and we're going to press 2 of them to the light fabric, or to the outside, and 2 of them in to the inside. So you can see these are pressed out like that. I'm going to do that with this one. Okay, and then I'm going to press these ones in. So what I like to do is just flip it over. I hold it in with my fingers, and then I let the iron finish that up. Okay. All right, and then I do that again with my last one. So now you have 2 that are pressed towards the light fabric, 2 that are pressed towards the dark fabric. So these ones are out and these ones are in. All right. Okay. Oh, you know what? I actually needed to press those in. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so now we're ready to lay out our block. And I have 2 of each pressing, like I said before. So first we're going to lay these ones out. I'm going to put 1 in this corner and 1 in this corner, so that these are both pressed the same way and they're kitty corner from each other. And then I'm going to take the others and put them like this. I want you to lay it out that way to help you with your nesting for later. So now we're going to sew these into 2 rows. So I'm going to put this right sides together, and this is the point at which we're nesting, right here, so that our X will be nice and sharp. We're going to do that again right here, and put another pin right in this intersection. Okay, and then sew a 1/4 inch seam right along both of those. Here we have those. Now when you open these up, I want you to turn it over so it's face down. And now we're going to press these middle seams just alternating directions. So if I press this one that way, then I'm going to press the bottom one the other way. Okay, so those middle seams are going opposite directions, and now we're going to place those right sides together, and at these 3 points we're going to be nesting our seams. So I like to start with the center seam, pin that, and then I'm going to make sure that these are nice, they're butting up right against each other, and this last one. Might have to kind of lick your fingers and wiggle it around until it's flush and the seams are nesting. Okay, now sew a 1/4 inch seam all along here, and then when you open that up, you're going to press that center seam open. Okay, because we don't have any more nesting to do, so we can just press that open. Alrighty. The last thing we need to do is square this up to 6.5 inches by 6.5 inches. So if you're using a ruler, you're gonna line up the middle with 3 1/4 inches, and then you're also gonna line up this other spot with 3 1/4 inches. Excuse me. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, awesome. Looks nice and sharp, so just keep doing that until you have enough for a quilt, and yeah, we'll see you on the next block.